Market.
I'm Bethany Barton, an award-winning author and illustrator of STEM picture books for Penguin Random House. I've always been drawn to stories that ask big questions or try to answer big questions or big fears. So I've always been super interested in folk stories, religious stories. Every culture is faced with the same big questions, and then we all find ways to tell stories that help us make sense of them or help us question them. The type of books I like to make are the ones that ask really big questions. I want us to face our fears, and I want us to approach our fears with what I call a superpower. It's facing your fear with facts, humor, empathy, and critical thinking. Because when you find something that you don't like, or you're scared of it, or it's new to you, the more you learn about it, the more you take away the mystery, and that actually takes away a lot of the fear. I always approach my research from several different angles. So there's the internet, the printed word, and then I work with a professional in the field. So I start with internet research, get big words I want to look into more, big questions, and then I head to the library. And this is where I do more in-depth research. This is where I look into the subjects that I was interested in, and I really find all of my facts. I take all of this information and I start writing the book. And I actually will write pages and pages, hundreds of pages, for something that will only end up being a 40-page book. And at this point, I like to bring in a professional in the field. So I'll show them what I'm writing, I'll show them the facts that I've gathered, I'll show them the story that I'm telling, and I ask them to correct me, to give me more information, to help me understand maybe something I'm not sure how to communicate. I've wanted to make a book about microbes for a while. I am very fascinated by the microbes that are in and on and around us. I'm Trying to Love Germs is an approach to all of the microbes in our world, all of the little buggies in and on and around us. I talk about pathogens, the germs that make us sick, and then I talk about the microbes that we rely on to keep us healthy, to help us digest our food. Working on I'm Trying to Love Germs was a slower process because I always work with a professional in the field, and my professionals in the fields were doctors and immunologists and people who were very, very busy because we had a worldwide pandemic. But in that process, I feel like the whole world wanted to know more about germs. The whole world wants to know more about how we study germs, how we control the spread of germs. So I think this is information that the world has been asking for, and I've been lucky enough to get to talk with people who do this for a living and break it down into a really easily digestible way of understanding.